I'm wanting to date. Yeah, it's limited resources out there, right?
Vivica.
He is about to roast Vivica Fox, but I also got 10 other videos that we're gonna react to. And the second to last video is gonna make most of you cringe. But before we get started, do me a favor, go ahead and hit that like button and share the video. Let's get to it.
I'm wanting to date. Yeah, it's limited resources out there, right?
Vivica.
It's about to go down.
Vivica. When we wanted you, when you want, I ain't never felt so disrespected in my motherfucking life. When we wanted you, when you want, not only did you wait until you were 60, you waited until we wanted you when you want. You really think somebody Vivian, who want a new 60-year-old wife, Vivi? Who? When we wanted you, when you want us. You probably finna have the nerve to be picky. I just don't understand, like, in that 60, you still got all this motherfucking neck rolling ass, twisted up face ass. Bitch.
It's limited resources out there, right?
Shut up, Vivica Fox.
I beg your pardon?
Vivica Fox is a prime example of how feminism destroys women. She's at 60 years old thinking that there's still a chance for her to find real love after the average man has sat back and watched her for the past 40 years, jump in and out of relationships, be all over TV, going through the motions. Everyone's seen your drama. Everyone sees your baggage. There's no man that's getting ready to take a risk like that. But the average woman that's practicing independent and feminism, they actually believe that what she's doing is good. Why? Because she's successful, she has money, and she's famous. She gets a lot of attention, which is the main things that a woman wants. So as long as a woman is getting those four things, then she's successful. A man should want her because of that. No, a man doesn't want what you love about yourself. A man wants the peace that you bring to him. Vivica can't bring peace to a man because her whole life has been based on drama.
I ain't trying to be no hater, and I ain't trying to tell you what to do. But a lot of these people that y'all listening to on this internet while they're in whole marriages and committed relationships, sprinkle, they're leading you, and this is what they're leading you to. This is going to end up being you. So you can continue listening to them and following their advice like it's the Holy Grail, but this is what they're leading you into. I ain't trying to be no hater. And
I agree. Vivica Fox is the prime example of what modern women are going to go through. As long as you are surrounded by other women that are congratulating you for being independent, then you can tell them at 60, I'm looking to get married. And they're going to be like, girl, you deserve a good guy. Then she's 70, man, I'm looking to get married. And the girls will still be standing around. Don't stop, don't settle. You deserve a good guy. She could be 90, man, I think I want to get married. Those same women, don't settle. You deserve the right guy. Women keep other women single.
So one of my rules is I don't do coffee or drink dates. Now, I understand that some women like this or prefer this because it's a quick turnaround, 30 to 45 minutes. If you don't like him, you can get out of there. It works for some people. If you like it, I love it. This video is not for you. Keep scrolling. However, for me, as for me and my household, we're going to have higher standards. I'm talking to this guy, and I'm going to read it to you because we've been talking for a couple days, and he started talking about meeting up. So he said, we should get together over some pear and lychee cocktails soon. And I said, that's really sweet, but I prefer dinner. I like to get dressed up. Now, I always try to say it nicely because I don't want to be like, I don't accept drink dates. Like, you don't have to be mean. You don't have to be, you can be nice about it. But I always just say, I prefer dinner because I like to get dressed up. And he said, I see. What type of places do you have in mind? So I sent him a list of places that I've been like wanting to try. All sorts of different budgets, okay? It ranges from like medium to a little bit higher, all different locations around the city, so he can choose like what works for him, you know, timing and budget wise. So I sent the list of places. He says, these places sound really nice. I think it'll be fun to get to know each other over some nicer dining options. Here it comes though. But I wanted to let you know up front that if we were to meet at one of those places, I'm comfortable splitting the check. I usually will do drinks or something on the simpler end for the first meetup to see if there's a connection first.
The man that was getting ready to go on a date with her, he did the right thing. Because I'm going to tell you right now, these type of black women piss you off.
I'm an independent, strong black woman. I don't need no man narrative. It's a scam. Here's why.
Society has conditioned us to believe that we don't need anybody, we don't need any support, and we can do it all on our own. What a lot of us has accepted as normal is really not normal. Households were created to be two adults and children. The price points that the world is set in now requires two incomes. That's why you're working two jobs. And if we are not working two jobs, we have told ourselves that we have to go back to school, get higher education so we can make more money, which is a necessity. But wouldn't it be better if you had a whole team member helping you along? Because what ends up happening is, yes, love, your career is great. Yes, I am so proud of you for getting your doctorate. I am so proud of you for buying the house. No, I do not believe that women should wait to progress in life until they have a man. That's not what I'm saying. But we are so guarded and we are protecting ourselves so heavily away from every man that we miss on a good man. We automatically assume that all black men are out to get us. And the more you think something, the more you believe something, and the more you see something. So we cut off all men who are not making at least six figures. We tell our baby daddies we don't need them because you're not able to pay us substantial child support.
It's called the Black Widow effect. The Black Widow spider makes the male spider build her a web and dance for her until she gets pregnant. After she gets pregnant, she eats the male spider, or she runs him off, or she kills him, and she gives birth to the baby spiders herself and take care of them herself. This is exactly what black women have because they're taught to be masculine from the black mother. Everyone has been telling a black woman her whole life, you do not need a man. From the time that she's a little girl to the time that she becomes an adult and she's lonely and sad and wondering why I can't get a man. It's because you don't know the feeling. The cycle continues because it's emotional. How you were raised is how you're going to be as an adult. So we would have to really cut off a generation, retrain all the new women into being traditional in order for black women to change into the traditional woman that a man could respect. But we also have to understand that a lot of black men ain't been taught to be kings. Black men have been taught to worship a black woman, and it comes back to bite him the moment he turns into an adult. See, it's cool for little black boys to run around and wear they long braids and mama this and mommy that, and her child can't do anything wrong because the black son just caters to the black mom. But then the black mom realizes I can't sleep with my son, and she runs out there and gets a stepdad, or she wants to live a life now. But now the black son goes back out into the real world, and the black woman doesn't treat him the same way as his mom. She needs him to be more masculine than her for her to respect him into submission.
Why did I just see a video of a woman walking through Walmart in the jewelry section showing her man engagement rings? And he had the nerve to say why he hasn't done it yet is because he hasn't found anybody to marry.
First of all, if she's in Walmart, she's letting the man know from the jump, listen, I'm not expensive. I just really want to be with you. But she's still in the relationship with him. See, men get further in life when you're doing the opposite of what a woman wants. He hasn't even married her and they stay in the relationship. But the moment he gets married is the moment he starts getting hell in the relationship. This is why men really don't want to get married. It's because when they talk to other married men, they never hear good stories. So what do logical men say? I'm not getting married unless I absolutely know this is going to be the one for me. And the woman magically stays. But the moment a man says, man, I love her, I want to be with her, you get all the drama, you get all the cheating, you get all the BS. The perfect guys that want to marry and be the best dad get the most hell. The guys who don't commit get the most tamed woman.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but ladies, you know if a man leaves you, you the problem, right? That's it, I'm done. I hate to be the bearer of bad.
Why is this factual, ladies? Men do not have the same amount of options as you. You can wake up on a daily basis and have hundreds of guys that are trying to take you out and tell you everything that you want to hear. The average man would be lucky to get a like on a photo. So when a man is in a relationship, he takes it way more serious than a woman that's in a relationship. The man is actually trying to make it work and do his best in a relationship. The woman recognizes that she has options and place the man under more pressure. The more pressure you put that man under, and the harder he's already working, the faster he's going to leave you.
Y'all keep talking about y'all won't settle. These black men have had to settle. Y'all not virgins. Settle. You're coming with kids. Settle. You're coming with multiple baby daddies. Settle, settle. A shake. Settle. Angry, bad attitude. Settle. Masculineness. Settle. Fake hair, fake nails, fake lashes, fake face. Settle. Now y'all have the nerve, the audacity, and the boldness to say you're settling. You won't even date a bus driver? He ain't trying to clean up, talk about you just want black men to excel. Well, then they should get their passport and go somewhere else and find women that will inspire them to. Because y'all ain't it. Not over here in Delusion Land. But good luck.
Black women wouldn't know how to settle if you sat down and settled her down yourself and put her in an environment where she wouldn't have to worry. Ever since the age of 6, 7, and 8, the black mother only teaches the black daughter to stay in survival mode her entire life, which is the reason why a lot of these mothers, you keep having kids, but the man not sticking around and you still make it work because you've been brainwashed to doing that. Trying to teach you how to be a traditional woman is something that has never been taught to you until you reach adult age. At that point, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Most women can't just turn around and settle. It's because it's in a lifestyle and emotion that you have not been taught.
It's the dads that have never been put on child support that have the most audacity. They don't realize how much grace you've actually given them without putting them on child support and without getting a court order to dictate your co-parenting relationship. These are the master manipulators, the ones that want to make you believe. Wow, that's crazy.
You let them hit it raw. Hater. I hate the way that you talk, the way that you think. I hate your lashes, bitch. You let them hit it raw, now you like that. You ain't had second thoughts, now you like that.
You mean to tell me they got the single mom mixtape running around out here? How many of y'all got that in your playlist? Let me know in the comments.
If you're a single lady in here, this is just an idea. You don't have to listen to me, I'm stupid. When you go home tonight, you could take out a piece of paper and a pen. And you could just write out a list of everything that you like in bed. And then the next young man that comes over, you can just hand that young man that sheet of paper. And I'll speak for every guy in this room. We will gladly perform that list in that order, no questions asked. Happy. But instead, every girl shows up and they're just like, figure me out. And then you as a guy, you got to start touching body parts and waiting for noises. That's what you got to do. You're going to echolocate. You got to touch and listen. You got to touch and listen. You touch and listen. Like this fucked up game of Operation that we got to play.
Women always want a man to try to read their mind. It's their way of feeling special, but it always leaves the man confused. They even use this to be mad at you, come around, have a whole bunch of hissy fits, and then tell you, you know what you did, and you and her spend 5 or 10 minutes going back and forth like, hey, what did I do? What did I do? You know what you did? What did I do? What did I do? Ladies, when you finally get around to telling him what he did wrong, 9 times out of 10, he didn't even know he did anything wrong.
As we're dating, there was a time where I ended up being pregnant. Not with him, of course, but not by him. I ended up pregnant. I was like, okay, I don't know what to do. So then I ended up getting an abortion by myself, and it was the most horrible visit I've ever done. That moment where I was like, how did I get here? Like, I had this beautiful, wonderful man of God. I am pregnant and I have this abortion. I'm doing all this in secret. It was so heavy that I had to tell him. And when I tell him this last time, he's gonna break up with me. I broke his heart like 8 times. And then this is the last time. I'm like, there's no way he wants me back, ever. And then so we talk, and he said, well, did you ask God for forgiveness? I'm like, I did. Did you forgive yourself? I'm like, I don't know. Well, I love you and I still want you to be my wife. That was my moment that I felt God's mercy and grace for the first time ever.
She lucked up with a certified simp. Now, she ran and got pregnant by another man, but have already played you 8 times in a row. I'm sorry, sweetheart, but you do not have a man. You have a simp that you are taking advantage of, and not many women are gonna luck up and leave the streets as an alley cat and come back into the house and be forgiven over and over again. So ladies, do not think this can happen to you. 9 times out of 10, you're going to fail.